I'm trying to talk about country music, and these guys are making me.
You all about like? Hold on. Did you find this country artist while listening to it?
No, I want to credit
with
TikTok.
The older lady.
And I want to credit TikTok. I actually felt proud because I said to her, I said, "Hey, I got a song for you. I got a country song for you, Diane."
So out of the three of us, who has a TikTok account?
I do. Joel's got one.
God, I don't.
Present.
I mean, you're just not as entertaining.
What's the I mean, is it like Instagram videos or Facebook videos?
No, it's better. It's easier. It's faster.
It's like Vine, just better.
Mm-hmm. It's really fun. You can do up to 3 minutes.
Is it stealing our information?
Probably, yeah. I mean, the Chinese can. I mean, as long as they keep giving me General Tso's chicken, they can keep it. You know, the minute
I don't know.
The minute China Kitchen shuts down, I'm gonna get rid of TikTok.
It's game over
Instantly.
The China Kitchen in Kannapolis?
Yeah, there's China Kitchen.
China buffet. That's China buffet.
Listen, if there's a Food Lion, there's the China Kitchen.
or Harris Teeter.
That's for sure. There's no way around that.
Yeah.
It's like, man.
Have you guys ever eaten at the China buffet in Kannapolis?
Oh, yeah. There was a time recently that we were frequenting on a regular.
Yeah. It's true.
Recently?
Yeah, they redid it, and it was just like, man, it was pretty good. It's Asher's.
We might need to.
Asher's birthday is coming up, and I said, "Where you want to go for your birthday?" He's all, "Oh, China buffet, no, hands down." He's like, "It's our thing. We do it every year."
I remember they had. Did they still have sushi?
Yeah, I don't eat. I don't trust that. You're crazy. You don't eat sushi at all you can eat ever.
Oh, was it losing? Oh, there he is.
Yeah, Joel froze.
Kicked out a little bit.
That was that extended ever.
That was long. I know. I was like, where am I?
But yeah. Well, shit, I guess we'll jump in. This is episode 52 of the grand scheme of things, but episode 2 of the reinvention of the Tuesday podcast. Dad's talking about dad things.
Mm-hmm. Chinese takeout, easily a dad thing.
If you're
Especially
watching
on the body.
Yes.
Yeah,
if you're watching, I'm Patrick.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Oh,
that's Joel. That's Nick. If you're listening, white dude is Patrick. Mm-hmm. Hispanic guy is Joel.
Hola.
Mixed race is Nick.
That's right. You better know it.
Oh man. I refuse to believe that there are people or women that like the dad bod. I don't believe that.
Myth.
Here's my theory behind it. It's if you're, and I guess on our social media, girls can tell me I'm wrong. I don't think I am.
What?
I feel like if the
Oops.
one side has if the one side has like a dad bod, for lack of a better term, either man, woman, the other party in the relationship,
kids,
doesn't feel like they have to be in like super good shape.
But see,
if I have a partner that's in like unbelievable shape, I feel like I need to stay on my end.
Yeah,
I got to be in shape.
It's hard for me to believe that someone's like, listen, I don't like muscles and nice stomachs. I mean, I like this. I like your belly.
Gross.
Like, that's not true. You make me feel good, but
I don't know. I think there's people out there. I mean, there's a niche out there for everybody.
BBW men, I'm down with it.
Hey, big beautiful men
all
out there.
All day.
BBMs.
Brown bear.
Yeah.
Brown bear.
On the
big
prowl.
beautiful men.
But yeah, I feel like that's what I feel like. That's where the craze of the dad bod came from. Is they were like, listen, if my man's out of shape, and I put out there that I love him having that slightly out of shape body, then I can have a slightly out of shape body.
Man, I think
could be wrong.
I tell you what. I don't like having a dad bod, so I definitely got to do something about it.
I don't even like being a dad. Dang, I'm just kidding. I do.
Oh, you one of those, huh?
No, that's like my favorite thing. So I don't. It's not true,
dude. It is. I was telling a mutual friend today when he was talking about he's got a 2 or 3 month old.
Nice.
And I was like, it's life changing, but it's the best thing ever.
Yeah, it is. 100%.
Even in the worst time, just like the best thing ever.
I was thinking about it today when you came by the house after you left. I was like, dang, Pat's kind of been in the dad game for a while now.
Yeah,
that's true.
I got 4 years in.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, actually,
I was saying even before Garrett. Yeah.
I was about to say if you count Cy, he's 13.
Because at first,
when me and Katie started dating.
you went to the father figure realm, and then you went full throttle father. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
like you're like the dad of our group. You know what I mean?
No. What's funny? We talked to. I think we talked about this privately.
Y'all shut up. Shut up.
I am that.
Can't
But I
even
think,
get y'all
like,
to start on time.
The beauty, like, from like if we're dad talking, the beauty of our relationship is whenever I wasn't a dad.
Yeah.
And you and Nick were.
Oh, it's hard.
And I was like, hey guys, are we doing this tonight? And you're like, no, I got the kids, I got to do something. And I'm like, man, damn, we've been trying to do this stuff.
You don't know how many times me and Nick have had that conversation about you.
Like he doesn't get it.
No, like,
I know.
yeah, now he knows. Now he knows why we couldn't show up.
Yep. Yeah, now we're just waiting for you not to show up. They were like, I knew it.
Full circle. I do. That's one of the things I appreciate, not the most, but I appreciate a lot about having a child later in life is that I get to. I get to get slapped in the face with that mindset that I had for so long.
It's tough
because y'all were so far ahead of me in the parenting game.
It's tough. It's not like
it's hilarious.
It's like it's the best thing and the most frustrating thing and the funnest thing and the worst thing all at once. Like it's like it's not worse. It's just like every emotion, every possible thing. It's like. And nothing ever goes the way you plan. Because I'll be like, oh, man, today's going to be a great day. I'm going to get up. I'm going to be like, hey, guys, we're going to go ride bikes. Hey, you guys want to ride bikes? Oh, no. What?
No.
Whatever. And it makes me so mad. Like, it makes me so mad because here I am in my head. Like, we're doing family things. Like, we're just cruising down. Hey, Jude. You know, we're just going down the street because we live in a neighborhood now. We can do those things. And they're not having it. And it just hurts my heart.
That's the truth.
It hurts my heart.
It's like we're gonna have such a cool day. You wake up and the littlest one's throwing up.
Oh
everywhere. And you're like,
Mm-hmm. Somebody's always sick.
Or their stomach's messed up, and you're like,
that's the worst.
Come on.
Always sick.
Yeah.
That's just like.
And for those of you viewing, we've got an extreme dynamic here because Pat and Joel got all boys. Me, I got all girls. So
That's
you
true.
take that and then multiply that times all the emotion and the emotional spectrum that I have to go down every single day. And it becomes quite challenging. You know what I mean? Girls are not easy. And then, you also got to remember, too, like, yeah, man, I got to raise them not to be thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
that's the worst.
So Joel said it. Joel said it one time. He's like, which one's going to be which? You know what I mean? It's like, I'm hoping none of them.
Yeah, I tell you.
It's just going to be
it's
the good Christian girls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's
but I do want to bring up something real quick. It's so funny because me and Joel were I called Joel because I just need some advice. Just one of those parent things where you get frustrated. And so I called him up, and of course he helped me out. And but he said something that really rung true, and it's something that we could probably explore. But he said, "Hey, do you remember when your parents would say this hurts me more than it hurts you?" Right now,
never believed
you heard
it.
that when you were young. Yeah, when you were young, when you heard that when you were young, Pat, what was your response to that? Like, ain't no freaking way.
How can you hurt more than me?
That's
You're hitting
justification for hurting me.
Yeah.
I'm the one taking the pain.
Yeah, but now that I'm a parent and you have to punish your kids, like it rings true. It really does.
That's the hardest, man.
It rings you to the core, man. And it rings so true with Joel because Joel, and we all have different parenting styles. One thing I say about Joel, like Joel brings a plethora of passion, man. Joel's like hella passionate when it comes to his kids, man. Not that we all aren't, but I just feel like he just has a theatrical level of passion, when it comes to dealing with his kids, man. Because his kids are actors themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
it's nonstop, man.
Yeah, I can hear the pain in Joel's heart. You know what I mean?
Easily the hardest play I've ever been in my whole life. Good Lord.
He is a living thespian at this point. Yeah.
One of my favorite Joel quotes from parenting. I can't remember which one. This might have been when Joel Jr. was young. Was he was like, I think it was Joel Jr. And Joel, you'll probably remember this. He was maybe 2 or 3, and you were talking to him like an adult.
That's how I talk to him.
I said, "Wow, using some words there, aren't you?" And he goes, I don't talk to them like they're a baby because they need to learn how to talk like an adult. I said,
hey, but let me tell you,
harsh, but that makes all the sense in the world.
Yesterday at work, One of my coworkers
Ray.
literally says, "Dude, your kids got amazing vocabulary."
Dude, they do.
And I was
They
like,
do. Yes.
Screw baby talk.
Agreed.
School baby talk. We don't need that talk about babies.
And when he says,
But,
like, you know,
my question.
it's just,
Go ahead.
it's like, it's hard, dude. They're all different. And they're all like
They
every
are.
piece of me, and that's the worst. Because I got to deal
Mm-hmm.
with myself.
Both good and bad.
I got to deal with the good
Yeah.
side of me, which is the littlest one, easy to deal with. The bad side, not the bad side, but the hard-headed, tough side, which is the middle one. And then I had a freaking hippie in the third one, in the first one.
He's turning into quite the flower child. I
I
gotta
just
say.
wish his shorts would get some length. I mean, good Lord. His balls hang
I mean,
out
that's the
the
thing,
bottom.
and that's
what's
the
in now.
style
That's what's
now.
in now. Yeah.
It's just so weird.
Well, you know, this coming from the guy who openly showed people his squirrel heart. So I mean, his apple doesn't fall too far from
They
the tree.
don't
you know
need to
what I'm
see
saying?
that no more. It's not that way.
No,
It's more like
that was in the late '90s, early 2000s.
Late '90s, early 2000s.
just
Yes.
a,
The
just a
watch.
shriveled up
Yeah.
peach. Just like this, like
Yeah, you don't want to see a fuzzy walnut. You know what I mean?
No,
like
it's not- it's not-
not a
it's
pretty
not.
sight.
it's not fun.
like-
Like the inside of a turtle shell. You ever seen the inside of a turtle? You ever turned them over and looked at it? It's weird. It's like it's odd. It is very.
Inside of a turtle shell.
Under there looking like Bulbasaur.
I am. Dude, they got some fire pumas. Like if you
Yeah,
haven't checked
I've
that out
seen
at
those.
home, dude, check out the Pokemon
Also,
Pumas. Fire.
have you seen the Street
The
Fighter
what?
rendition of the Reeboks right
Pokemon
now? as well?
Pumas? I don't.
Pokemon Pumas.
The Pokemon,
Oh,
they got like a
shoot.
And Street Fighter has
Bulbasaur.
out.
They have a what's his name?
Pikachu.
and the dragon.
Charizard. The Charizard.
Charizard's my favorite Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's true.
So I got to ask Pat: is there a certain phrase that you use with your kids that your parents use, and it just slips out? It's not like you're wanting to say it, but has there been a phrase you've used now that you're older and you have kids that your
Let
parents
me
used to say and
think.
you used to be like, "Pff."
Dog is being crazy.
I don't know. I think I have my dad's look. Like my dad used to be able to,
Yeah.
Big Dave.
Oh, you
Just get
Don't I
that
know it.
look.
How's that one? Listen,
Yeah.
like, does this
Yeah,
scare you?
yeah.
Look,
actually that turns me on. So
get in your room.
That's
ooh, I'm going, daddy. I'm going, daddy.
That's good.
That's the look he gave me for those that aren't watching the
Remember when
YouTube.
I,
Dude, let's-
do you remember when I did that?
I'm gonna
that terrorist.
pivot this
I
conversation.
remember when I did that
Nick.
terrorist. When I played on that show as a terrorist. And he's
Yeah,
like,
Homeland.
So I'm dressed in all my garbs, right? Like to the teeth, even sandals. Ugh. And so he's like, all right. He's going down. He's like, all right, let me see your angry face. And they're doing good. One's like, "Arr," and I'm like, because I didn't know, like I couldn't.
A Zoolander.
He got pissed.
A Zoolander
Dude, when I
face.
tell you, I probably about got kicked out of that show. He's all, what the hell is that?
Bro, you hit him with La Tigre.
Was this a
Oh,
producer?
Yeah. Because he,
Or like an assistant
he was just
producer?
having us all do our angry faces, probably to see what they're going to put on camera. Well, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
No. Let me see your mean face. Go ahead. Let me see. Like you're really angry. Like you're a terrorist.
I have that like.
Ooh, Nick, that's good.
I don't a terrorist.
Menacing. I try to go for menacing.
I feel like terrorists don't look
But
menacing. Do
white
terrorists look
terrorists.
menacing?
This is how white terrorists look.
Confused.
Like this.
Yeah.
Like you talking to me, mother?
Hell yeah, I'm talking to you. You know, it's
Drop your eyes down like this.
oof. Nick looks like he's about to say, "Hey, baby girl, what's up?" Ooh,
Nick
breathe,
looks like the start of every 1990 R&B video.
breathe hard. Yeah, there it is. Dang.
I don't want to talk about it.
Think about if somebody walked up to you like that.
My dad never had any.
They probably called 911 because they think I was having a medical panic or something. I don't know. Like, he's having a medical emergency. Don't mind him.
Be like, what was that Billy Bob Thornton? movie?
Sling Blade.
Sling Blade.
I like taters and mustard.
Made no sense. The idea for I don't even understand. I mean, I get the movie and it's a good movie, but like someone's like, man, we should make a movie about this old dude who talks all weird and likes potato tots and mustard. Like, who came up with
Listen.
that concept? And what like?
I mean, it's
You got to give me some of that taters and mustard.
I know it's a relationship type movie, and I get it. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
but it's just so like,
it had to be like Billy Bob
Yeah.
Thornton had to be coming off like a Oscar win or something
Yeah,
big where
you
they
just
can just
needed
make
something.
you know
You
you get
just
to that
needed-
You're at that level where you can make any kind of movie.
Unless you're,
And somebody
it's
unless you're
almost like
Cuba Gooding.
unless you're Cuba Gooding.
I watched-
I think like that's almost. Have you ever seen Monster with Charlize Theron?
I've seen like
That's
pieces
almost
of it.
like
I've
the
never watched
equivalent.
that way
Like
through.
That's
that's
brutal,
almost like the
though.
equivalent. Like I'm gonna get as ugly as I possibly can and go full method acting with this one. You know what I'm saying?
She was great though in that movie.
Monster was a
see
rough
what
movie.
happens.
It was a rough movie, but she was really good. And what's her name that played Wednesday? Oh my God, what's her name that
Christina
played
Ricci.
Wednesday? Christina Ricci.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you, my dad never really had any sayings except for like, get the freak up, but with the F word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said Cochino.
Cállate, cabrón.
He called us Cochinos quite a bit too growing up. Ay, Cochino.
It's like, hey, Dad, I got 100. You can do better.
That's Nessa. That is Nessa all day long.
Not bad.
That's the old old Ness dog right there. You know what I'm saying? Mom Dukes was like,
My dad's the
you couldn't
kind
get
of
110.
My dad's the kind of guy. They're like, hey, you can exempt your exam. No, you should take it.
Yeah.
You definitely should take it. It'll help your grade.
Show them what you got.
Got 100
anyway.
It'll work.
Can't you get 102 on exams?
That's how Mexicans do it.
That's
That was
true.
a statement I never said to my parents.
But that's how
True.
Mexicans do
100.
it. I don't know why you would.
Yeah. Hey, because they always do it for La Raza. That's why they do it.
She's like, Patrick, you did these dishes so well. That's how Mexicans do it.
That's it.
Yeah, it's fitting.
No.
Charlie, be quiet.
So
If
true.
I would have known.
Do it for
Are you
the
serious,
Roz. That's crazy.
Excuse
Man,
me. Excuse me.
So while Joel's going into that, man, there's some crazy stuff happening in the world
Here, we'll hold
that we didn't
it.
really cover on the last podcast.
Oh, what
you know
didn't we
I'm saying?
cover?
No, just saying how crazy the world has gotten since the last time we've been on the podcast, man. A lot of crazy stuff going on. We had some sad news today. You want to talk about it, Joel?
Oh man, the dude, my TikTok man, one of my favorite TikTok dudes, Waffler69.
Yeah.
Rest.
You ever
in
seen his
peace.
videos, Pat?
No. Like I said, I'm
If
not
you
a
get a
TikTok
chance,
person.
check him
but
out.
Joel
dude.
was
He's-
telling me about it earlier.
Super
he
good
was
dude.
great, man. He was
Yeah.
great. Super funny. Super great personality. He's just one of those videos like you would watch it and you couldn't help but laugh and smile.
Truth.
Because he was just super happy.
And he eats,
excited
he would
about what
like
he
eat
did,
all
and
kinds of
so-
nasty stuff. But the problem, I
Oh,
mean,
dude.
it's a tough thing because,
It is.
well, just think about this too. With these people that do like mukbang or food stuff like that, I mean,
Yeah.
you're playing with your heart
You really
Yeah.
are.
because you're putting all that food and cholesterol and whatever it is all into your body all at once.
Yeah.
So he did like I can eat this big portion.
No, he wouldn't do
type thing.
portions, but it'd be like just nasty stuff. Like he did like
Weird.
He did
Yeah.
like a pile of chicken nuggets with like grape jelly, just like the big.
Or he
Fruit
would
Loop.
eat retro foods. Like he
retro
found
foods
an
from
old
the
box
90s.
of he actually found a box of Batman cereal from like the original Batman movie, and he ate it. So
Really?
like that's the type of stuff he do. But he eats super hot stuff.
But he's overweight. He was overweight, and like
Yeah.
something happened because he
Yeah.
doesn't have any. Like all his teeth are fake, and he's only 33.
Yeah.
But I read today that there was like chronic.
And he had a heart attack?
Yeah. No drugs, nothing like that.
Yeah. Super young though. It's at 33. It's
That's
just,
sad.
man,
It
it's
broke
just
my
crazy.
heart, dude. But it's like one of those things where, like, even me and Nick were talking about this the other day, and this is kind of deep, but it's like, you never know, dude. Like, I mean, this dude
Yeah.
just put out, like 2 days ago, just released like a seasoning. Everything was on the way up. Nothing was going wrong. And then the report stated that he like started feeling weird, so he called his mom, and then it got worse. And so he called an ambulance, and then by 10 o'clock last night, he was dead.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It is
That's
wild,
scary.
but that's
crazy.
It's important though to consider the fragility of life and like how,
Yeah.
like, dude, it's just one thing, one accident, one incident, one.
Yeah.
And you could eat the wrong food, and you know what I mean. If you're allergic, all of a sudden, I mean, it just you never know.
Yeah. It could be over. Yeah.
And so,
So,
as much,
and
I
that's
think
why it's important you enjoy life, and and that's why we do what we do. That's why we say we're going to get back to doing what we love, because this is enjoyable, man. I love being able to come on here and just talk and just have this open space to chat with two of my best friends in the whole wide world, man, and just enjoy our time and talk about this type of stuff because it's real. We're definitely we're more mature.
Yes.
But with that also becomes awareness, right? Being aware of our mental state, being aware of our physical state, and then really just. And one thing I've learned to do recently is choose myself, right? Figure out really what's best for me, and balance that with, making, other people in my life happy as well. But, you get to a point in life where you got to realize sometimes you got to love you more than you love other people. Just so you can make sure that, you secure your place in life, if that makes sense. So,
It does.
that's just where I'm at. Now, on the flip side, it's good to know that Damar Hamlin has been released from the hospital. So that's really good news considering his condition about a week and a half ago. So, it's sad about what happened to Waffler, but at the same time, it's good to see that, Damar is doing a lot better.
Power of prayer.
Don't know his future state, absolutely.
Let's say this too.
Let's be real about that.
If you're listening and you don't know, prayer is needed again for Peyton Hillis. You saw that? He's in the hospital.
Yes, I saw that.
He's in the ICU because his kids were drowning. And so he saved.
Was it at a beach?
I don't know.
I didn't read the story.
I didn't know. I just read
I saw the report.
Yeah, what was going on. I thought, man, that's just
That's wild.
crazy beginning,
Yeah. It's crazy.
You know?
And continuing with our talk about crazy in the world, man, this is something that I read. It's really been been a little scary, man. I know, Joel, we talked about it, but Pat, did you know that in China, they've actually created a human-monkey hybrid embryo?
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to take in all that information and make sense out of it.
Yeah.
So it's an embryo, though, not
Yeah,
like,
so
not like a baby.
is
It's
it-
an embryo.
I know, but it's not.
Right, but
they haven't
you
grown.
got to remember.
Planet of the Apes type thing?
Yeah. But you got to remember though, that's the embryo is all you need, right? But successfully, it's holding.
Like,
it's
why are we
stable.
dipping into that?
It's not we, it's
don't know.
they.
It's they. Yeah,
We're
they.
not doing
They.
that.
Let's be clear.
Yeah.
Why is
Be clear
anybody
about it.
like? That's like.
I mean,
So the
I
thought
don't know.
is that they can use this human monkey hybrid embryo in order to grow new organs and things like that for human transplant. But that within itself is kind of cruel too. You know what I mean? I don't think there's like a win-win in that. Especially if you watch movies like The Island. Clones is people too.
clones
They're
is
living,
people,
breathing
you're right.
things. You know what I'm saying?
Look at
But me
Gucci.
personally, I feel like they're a little bit behind on the ball because I feel like that's some stuff that they, the Germans were doing, you know what I'm saying, back in the 1940s. I can just imagine, Dr. Umles Schultz and I has created this human monkey hybrid. And I would
Monkey
take this
man.
and I would turn this into a super soldier. Then I would take these super soldier human monkey hybrids and I will take them and we will conquer Eastern Europe. And then the world.
Scary stuff.
That's scary stuff, right? Hey, but you know what though? Like, I don't know. Like, that's like in my mind, that's how all Germans sound, even though I know it's not true. You know what I'm saying? That's because I grew up with like Germans
Bunch
from
of Germans.
Like, I think the scariest like Nazi movies were the Indiana Jones movies. Like, to me, those are like the scariest Nazis out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've got you now, Dr. Jones. You know what I'm saying? But then again, like, I don't know, man. It's kind of racist too. You know what I mean? Because I know not
Monkey
all Germans
man?
sound like that. Yeah, no, the Germans have
Germans.
that German
German
accent's
accent.
kinda racist,
I think anytime you're attempting an accent is
it's a little bit.
you're
Teetering,
paying
it's
some
teetering.
respect to the
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
yeah.
to the.
I mean, if anything,
Until I try to do
That's like,
if
listen,
anything, I sound like a germaphobe. Ho!
that's like, hey, with all due respect, you're
But it's
ugly
crazy
as
though.
hell.
Starting
But
your
just,
sentence.
but just
With
imagine
all due
though,
respect.
right? Just imagine. Yeah, with all respect, you're ugly as hell. But here's the thing, like. Imagine, even if you met a nice German, he would still sound like he's up to something. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like he'd walk in and be like,
Yeah.
"Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Joel, I like your shoes. Tell me where you got them from now." You know, it just doesn't make sense.
Austrian.
Or if your neighbor knocked on your door, they're like, "Excuse me, but I noticed that your grass is a little bit higher than usual. I demand you cut it now." You know, this kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I would move.
I just feel like that.
Yeah, I understand.
Even though it's not true, but and truthfully,
Swear to God, if a neighbor ever said that to
Germans
me.
like today's Germans actually sound like this. You know, but then they're either a super villain or a super a-hole, right? Because
That's
they're all
true.
really condescending. You know what I'm saying?
I
Because it's just
blame
like,
it.
oh, you're going to
blame
come
it.
to our country and you're going to teach us your American arithmetic, us poor Germans. You know, this
Yeah.
a-hole stuff, man.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
You think you're so cool because you pee standing up? Is that what it is? You Americans make me sick.
We got to switch
You know.
accents because I think we're being German phobic for real.
Yeah, we are being a German.
It's like 4 minutes. 4 minutes of this
I
and
was gonna-
sauce.
what do you,
No, I love the Germans. Don't get me. We
Joel-
love Germany. We love Deutschland.
Joel? What were
okay,
you?
let's just
What
be
were you
real.
going to blame it on? Because I had an idea of what I was going to blame it on. Like our interpretation of Germans.
I have no. I was
gonna say this. I was gonna say cinema.
No, yeah, for sure.
But I also wonder. If like German movies, if they make Americans seem like a certain way.
Oh, you know they do.
With all Americans in German movies.
I guarantee you.
I am an American.
We're
I
all
love
country.
guns and
We're all
motorcycles
country.
and women.
Yeah, we're all super accent country guys. Yeah. And it's
I'm
definitely.
gonna snort this 8-ball of cocaine.
It's definitely.
All three of us would go on an international trip and show up in Germany.
Yeah, true that.
And Nick would say something, and they'd be like,
I would.
Interesting.
That's
and then
why
you would say something, Joel. They'd be
allowed.
like, very interesting. And then I'd say something. They'd be like, that's it. That's what we were looking for. That's what we know. He's definitely American. I don't know about his other
American. These other two, I don't know what they are, but him there, that is him. He is America. Very good.
You love the German. Another 40 minutes.
I just love
let's
it.
Let's just do the whole podcast like that.
I mean, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm just kidding.
Please, I beg you
not
not to. For me it's the game? No, I won't do it.
What accent are you going to use, Joel?
I'm not just going to go with my. I'm an American guy. I'm an American Mexican. So.
I'm just terrible at all accents.
It's just fun. I just enjoy
Nick
it.
does do, to anybody that's not used to Nick doing accents, he does some of the best.
True.
I watch a lot of TV. I just watch a lot of TV.
I agree. I agree.
Nick had a story back in the day where about the Loch Ness monster.
Oh man!
That he would say, and he would hit that last note, and I would cry laughing every time.
Nesse. No. Well, it'd be a dream to go to Scotland. I would love to go overseas and just really hear the authentic Scottish language because they're way down here, and all their O's are actually like yes, so it's like Scottish, but it's really fun. Irish is actually Scottish, but it's just a lot higher. It's like Blarney Stone, Shillelaghs, that kind of thing.
True.
And Scotland's down here.
Let's go through the Rolodex.
Very low down here for Scotland, so. No, I don't want to do too many. I don't want to do too many. It's fun. It's fun. My oldest daughter actually enjoys it, so I'll call her and just do an accent.
Dude, I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
So it's good.
It's
really good.
Speaking of, I don't really have a good segue, but Joel earlier today was telling me about a new country song that he likes.
I just want to talk about country music in general.
And he's falling in love again with country. I'm the Clint Black, old school Garth Brooks, Alan Jackson, maybe moving into Zach Brown. You like Zach Brown?
I like Kane Brown.
I don't.
I Kane Brown.
I don't know. I mean,
Morgan Wallen. Apparently, he's been taking over the country.
I don't know anybody's names. I just know the songs. I just know the songs that come out of their mouth.
No.
Joel's got like a Spotify playlist that just plays in the background of his life.
It's called Work.
All country.
My Spotify list is called Diane.
Diane.
That's what 100%
Thanks,
what it
Diane. I appreciate you.
All day.
All right, so Joel said that there's this country song that I would like. Joel, I'll remove myself from the intro into this, and I want you to sell it to the audience like you sold it to me earlier.
Well, I can't. It's not as fresh right now. No.
Yeah.
No, just country in general has been pretty cool, and I think that it's interesting when you see the undiversity that exists in there, and the fact that Mexicans can do country too, and I think it's something awesome.
They can do anything. Hey, they can do anything.
I'll play.
Here's a country song I enjoy. I don't know the name of it. I don't even know how the whole song goes, but I just know the very beginning. It's just fun to do. And it's the one where he goes, "Baby, lock the door and turn the lights down low."
That's a good one. It's an oldie.
Good song.
Something to you nice and slow. I don't know the words. Yeah.
It's definitely.
I hope country is all about.
Understand.
Country is just.
I feel like country is all about cadence.
Cadence. If I Can Be Your Man, is that the name of the song? If I Can Be Your Man. I don't know if that's even the
right word.
Somebody on here is going to murder me for tearing it up. But that's what it says. It sounds in my head. I just know the Lord. That's all I know.
That's the one. I like that one a lot.
That's the one.
But
that's the one I turn on.
This one's pretty cool. It's not too bad. I'll play it for you guys and see what you guys think.
Let's hear it.
Definitely some Mexican-esque.
I would say I just woke up.
Ooh, the harmonica.
I love a good harmony.
Little whistle.
Midnight
Is it a Hispanic guy?
Yeah. Mexican, he ain't Hispanic. This makes me proud. It makes me proud.
Okay.
It says,
Yeah.
it says to me that we can
digging it.
we can do anything. You know?
Okay.
What's his name?
Might not be doctors, we might not be lawyers,
But dadgummit, y'all make some good
we
music.
might not be bosses.
What's his name so I can look him up on YouTube?
We might not be managers. Is Louis,
I do like some bachata. You know, I do like a little salsa merengue.
Louis the singer.
Louis
the singer.
Hey, that's easy. That's an easy
But
name.
when you read it, it's
Is he-
weird.
is he,
It looks like I read it as Thesinger, and I thought, what kind of Mexican name is Thesinger? But it's the singer.
the singer.
Is he like big
Yeah,
on
I read
YouTube?
Thesinger.
That makes sense. Yeah. Louis Thesinger.
No, he's on TikTok. I saw him on
Louis
TikTok. So, but it's not too bad.
Not switching gears, but that we might have talked about this before, but that Teddy Swims guy,
Oh, yeah.
he's getting
pretty dope.
very, dude.
pretty
He's
dope.
dude.
Yeah.
I don't know who that
We
is.
saw him in
looks
concert
like,
in Charlotte. I took Katie's loves him, and we went and saw him in concert in Charlotte 2 months ago.
Yeah, I don't know
And
who that is.
great show,
Not at all.
Great show.
He's
He
on.
did-
He's
he
pretty
like-
heavy
he
on
did-
TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah, he did a bunch of covers, and now he's got an album out, and he's got one cover that I think is a Shania Twain song that is. It's got like 14 million views on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
14 million views.
He's
What's
lost
that
a little bit of
like?
weight, but he's a heavy set singer.
Yeah,
kinda-
he's
kinda
like
hippie-ish, yeah,
he's all
so.
tatted up.
He kind of looks
Dude,
like
yeah.
what's the guy's name that does that show? Damn, that's good, or not damn, but F, that's good.
Oh,
The rapper. I forget his
the
name.
rapper.
Yeah, I forget
The
his
rapper,
name.
yeah, he kind of looks like him a little bit. I thought it was him at first, but then I was like, oh no,
God,
that's
hold
the
on.
same guy.
Bronson. Action Bronson.
Bronson,
yeah.
Action Bronson.
Action Bronson, yeah, he kind of looks like Action
One of
Bronson.
one of the most entertaining guys ever.
One of the most
He's-
underrated rappers out there as well. Too.
He's a good chef. He's a good chef.
He's a
He
great
is.
chef.
So that's
He's a
good.
chef.
And I love
It's a
how he
good
got
show.
into working out. He got into working out, and now he's like, anytime, like he'll do that show, and he'll go to like a bakery, and he'll be like, "Hey, before we do this, we're going to do
Smoke weed.
20
That's what he
dumbbell
did.
lunches."
Yeah, and he's on.
Yeah,
We're gonna
smoke
smoke
weed
45
and then eat.
doobies. Bro, he literally had a show called Ancient Aliens with Action Bronson, and all they did.
Oh, yeah, we used to watch that
All
together
they
on
did
Vice.
was smoke all kinds of
Get
different
high.
types of weed.
Get
eat
high and
all
watch.
kinds of food, and then watch Ancient Aliens and be green screened and talking about it as it's on. And they have different
Oh,
rappers.
like science fiction
show.
theater,
No,
3000.
yeah, but it was
or
just
so?
like they have
Almost
all
like
these
that,
rappers.
yeah, but it's just straight,
Yeah.
yeah,
Different
that's
like
great.
all kinds of different stuff going on there. But
funny, mad funny,
Yeah.
super funny.
I liked it.
I love him.
Super funny.
But yeah,
It
check
was a
out
good show.
Teddy Swims. I'm gonna check out
Teddy
Louis
Swims dope. Yeah,
the singer,
No,
and you
Thesinger.
check out Teddy
Thesinger.
Swims, Joel.
Please don't be
Thesinger.
disrespectful.
Louis Thesinger. Yeah,
It's Thesinger. He's from Seattle, so
Very,
dare.
very Mexican last name.
it is. It is.
disrespect him.
think
Don't
it's
you
a
ever
good last
disrespect the
name.
best.
Speaking of names, dude, I've been trying to read the Bible this year, like trying to say, okay, how I can get through the Bible maybe, like in a year,
Yeah.
using the app and just following this kind of like thing, So I've been trying to do that, but man, it was going through all like the worst part was just the lineage, like going through
Goes on
like
forever.
son of blank, he was blank, blank, blank. But what I didn't realize, there's some ghetto names in the Bible.
Boy, you ain't lying.
Is there?
Oh, dude, like
You ain't lying.
here we are laughing at, these hood names, and dang, some of them are just like very close to being biblical, like Ram.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a
Ram?
that's a white dude who lives in a trailer's name 100%. Like if you say your name is
Straight
Ram,
Ram,
like
yeah.
you hit stuff.
Like Randy the Ram.
Exactly.
they call me. Hey,
What about this
they
one?
call me Ram.
What about this? Hezron.
His oh, he's black for
Hezron.
sure.
Hey, shut up, Hezron. That's a dude. Because if I would have heard Hezron somewhere, I would have been like, "Why would you name your son Hezron?" And then come to
That's
find
a
out,
black dude for sure.
that's straight biblical.
It's biblical. Hezron Jackson.
Yeah.
Hey, he's got
That's
starting to
interesting.
think that maybe Abraham and them were just black dudes. Just definitely, but they were dark skinned. I mean, let's go. And
His
then,
hair was made of wool.
what about Perez? Like just a first name Perez.
Perez.
That's hard.
Perez Hilton.
And you got to
Yeah,
remember
that's
somebody's
true.
name was Habakkuk. Habakkuk.
What about
You know what I mean?
what
Like,
about
how do you
Matt
say that?
Hahn?
Matt Hahn. Yeah.
Matt Hunt.
Hey,
These
those
are
are
just,
real names.
dude,
You know
just
what I'm
go
saying?
through it. It's fun, and then like so,
Esther.
What are they called?
So then you got all these crazy names. You got Rahab, Solomon, Matt Hahn, and then like like some random name of
David.
like Rufus or David. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Ruth.
Dude,
David,
there's some
Matthew.
funny names that I thought were
Deborah.
like
Yeah.
jokes that are actually in the Bible. Yeah, it makes me
Joseph.
feel bad.
No, it
pretty
was
normal.
Yosef. Thank you. If you're going to say it right.
Joseph.
No,
Is
it's
that right?
No, it's
I
Joseph.
know it's Joseph.
Okay,
It is. It's
no.
Joseph. Excuse me. Thank you.
Just kidding. No, it's the Spanish.
Why did I pull my Bible out like I got to see this for myself? That's crazy.
It's just in Genesis right at the beginning.
Nick's about to preach a sermon.
Hallelujah. No, I'm not going to do that.
So what you got, Nick? What you got?
I never
That is
understood that.
interesting.
I never understood yelling at me. Like I just never got that. Because our pastor doesn't yell.
It's weird.
I
It's
just didn't
like-
get the whole. I gotta yell at you.
And where does the
I don't know.
like?
That's because they run out of breath. They run out of breath. That's
know if that's
emphasis
how
on that.
it-
It's
like-
called. They call that
got-
hooping
yeah.
in the black community. It's called hooping. Well, I like to hoop. Yeah, hoop. That's what it's called. That's the technical name. And they actually say if you don't hoop, you ain't hollering. You know what I'm saying?
Dang, I know if you don't poop,
Ooh.
you ain't disposing. So that's true.
You're constipated. You know what I'm saying? I could do a whole. I could give
gonna
you a
write all
whole
these down and put 'em on
schooling
shirts.
on black churches because that's my life.
I got a story
Yeah,
about
Pat,
poop
you never
if
made
you
it to a
guys
black
want.
funeral, so we
I
still owe
did.
Pat.
Oh,
did you?
no. I haven't been.
I came to
no.
yours.
I didn't go to a
Yeah.
black funeral. I remember Nessa.
Yeah, Nessa came to a white funeral.
Nessa
That
came to a, yes.
was
Dude,
She's like-
Vanessa came to my grandfather's
like-
funeral.
What the hell is this?
Well, no. Vanessa showed up at my grandfather's. Joe, you know the story, don't you?
Well, I don't know.
She showed
I've
up at
told
my
bits and
grandfather's.
pieces, yeah.
My grandfather. It wasn't a funeral. It was
the wake.
like the viewing. The wake.
Yeah, it was the viewing.
Yeah,
Yeah, we call it the wake in the black community.
white people
Did
call
she
it
know
viewing.
him?
Yeah.
But
Well, no, she came
no, I think she's
supporting me.
supporting.
Yeah, she was just
She came
supporting
with
me.
Nick and
Yeah, but like
Mike.
the viewing's not something you want. I'm like, I'll be at the
And
funeral.
She came up. She came up after everybody had come through because it like white wakes or viewings. Like the family stands in line. Everybody that comes
They stand
through
the whole time.
looks
Yeah.
like sees them, like sees the person that passed, and then gives their condolences to all the family. And then so we had been through all that. We walk off, and I run into Nick and Mike and Vanessa. And Vanessa's like, "Y'all ain't got no food here? Ain't no food."
Ice cold, huh?
Y'all don't do food? And she's like, I was about to bring some food. And I'm glad I did.
Yeah, I talked her out of it.
I'm like, what?
I told my mom, I was like,
what
Mom,
are we doing?
I was like, Mom, they don't do that. Like, they don't do that. She's like, what? No, we got to get him something.
It
We
is
got to
funny
get
as-
that baby something. I'm like, Mom, they don't. That's not like.
That's not
They don't
the thing.
do that.
And
That's
from
not
that point
proper.
on, she's like, you need to come
Yeah, that's
to
not
a
proper
black
etiquette.
person's funeral.
Oh, you
Excuse
gonna
me.
get fed, Pat.
Yeah, you gonna get
You gonna
fed
get fed,
for
and they gonna
2
keep
weeks.
feeding you. Yeah. Oh, you gonna get fed. They gonna keep bringing you. Baby, you hungry? You need some more? Go, bring him.
I love it.
And then
That's
here's
one
the
of
thing:
the-
you'll
that's one
eat
of the
first
funniest stories.
because you'll eat first. Nuh-uh, nobody else
'Cause you're
eats
part of
until
the
he gets his
family.
plate. Get him a plate. Yeah, that's exactly how that goes down. You know what I mean? So it's craziness, man. Crazy. Oh man, Joel's over there doing the dad thing. Look at him.
Yep.
Just
This is the way it works. We're not hiding it.
OnStar.
We listen.
OnStar,
This
yeah.
is how
This is
we're
real.
different.
This is
if
real.
you like
Discipline
go back
on
and
the
listen
spot.
to the Cane Punch podcast. You can still find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And not on YouTube, on iTunes and Spotify and all that. Go listen to all other podcasts. We hide this stuff. And one thing that we've projected and we've told each other when we started
not
this thing
doing
back
it.
up is we're not hiding this stuff anymore. Like if
Well,
my kids are right through the door.
Listen,
Nick's kids are right through his door. Joel's
all
kids
parenting.
are obviously.
I got something I've
in
been
his
hiding
cage.
from you guys.
Oh gosh,
The story. Oh, Christmas story.
Uh-oh.
it better. If I'm just saying, it better top the hunting.
It
story from
doesn't.
last
It
week.
doesn't. This is real life.
Oh, okay.
So we go to
The
Ohio.
tongue alone, dude. I got to say, I watched it today. I was dying when you did the
Oh, yeah,
tongue
that
because
was
I
funny.
completely
Dude,
forgot about it.
honey.
And then
That's what I told. That's what my mom called today and was like, "I'm listening to y'all's podcast. It's pretty good." And I was like, "Well, thank you. First off,
Thank
since
you,
it's
Trish.
pretty good, Trish." And I said, "Have you got to the hunting story yet?" And she's like, "No." I said, "Get to the hunting story, then call me back because the hunting story was the greatest."
It's real life, dude. I was trying to carry him. That was brutal.
it's not funny.
Let me tell you.
Just the fact that you're like,
Dude, the life I live though is all jack and crazy, man. It's like never like
Yeah.
everything's a story. It's like, good Lord, like this really happened. So we go to Ohio for my wife's family. You know, I'm like, all right, cool, because I like it. We get a bunch of snow, you know, because we're not going to see
Nice.
snow. Right? I read an article today that there's not going to be more snow in North Carolina going forward. I don't think. But
Really?
yeah, it's just because the change in the environment and
Because
whatever.
the heating.
Yeah. So we go there and it's cool. We stay at her, their sister and brother. And they got they got 6 kids. Like they super Christians. 6 kids.
6 kids.
Yeah, like they ain't got no farm neither. Like why you need all those kids?
Because God said, "Be fruitful and multiply."
Man, here I am talking stoop, and I got 4 kids of my own. But anyways, so in this house now, you got my 4 kids, their 6 kids. You got me, you got my wife, her sister, and her brother-in-law. And so we're all in this house, right? So anyways, we go and we have a good Christmas. Everybody comes down. We have a good time. We open some gifts. I didn't really get much. They got me some cologne that my dad wears, and I was like, that's not happening. Like, never. Like, you
What,
better.
Ishimiyaki?
Yeah, there's no way I'm going to sit down near my dad smelling the same. Like, that is not.
Hey, he'd be like, "Damn, son, you smell good."
Yeah, like, I looked at it, and I know he's like, He probably wouldn't even smell it because he's so used to it. It'd just be like, I'm like, you smell my cologne?
He'd be like,
I put a little bit more on than I usually do.
Dude, and it's like a good one. It was like, it was
Cappuccino.
Gavinci, so it was a really good brand. It was like, it was super nice. But once I smelled it, I was like, man, that smells so familiar. Like, no, right? So
that was a little bit of that ode to father.
yeah. So, I was grateful, but I just was like, man, and the first thing my dad says, I got that cologne. I'm like, damn, I knew it. Thank God. So I gave it back. I was like, she's like, hey, I'll take it back if you don't want it. I was like, I offered it to my dad, but he's like, I just bought some. I'm like, figured. But
Yeah, you would.
fresh stuff. He probably keeps 2 bottles of it down there just in case one
Oh, you know he
breaks.
does. He never runs out.
Gotta have it. Gotta have it.
Always have a backup.
So anyway, so we're having a good time. We do our Christmas and stuff, and the next day, the gift that her mom got for all the kids and for everybody was like tickets to this water park, like an indoor water park, and it's cool because it's been like snowing, and so it's like cool. We'll go there. We'll have a good old time, and so we go. I mean, when I tell you, dude, I've never been to an indoor water park. I've never been to the Great Wolf Lodge. I've never been to anything like that. Yeah, never. And it's insane. Like there is so many things. They had this one slide that was like a big toilet bowl. You come out, it's like, and it like launches you into another hole. And then like some of them are like pitch black, and you're like, is this ever going to end? Like back rooms type junk. You know what I mean? And so like all that. They got a wave pool. They got one of those surfboard things you can stand on. You know what I'm talking about? Like you do on cruise ships? Yeah, like I wanted to do it, but I just didn't have the kahunas. Like
I wouldn't either.
I was like, I talk so much crap on the way.
That seems to be the playlist. Like it looks good until like reality kicks in and you realize,
we're not
a lot of people
anymore.
If I fall,
a lot of people watching.
I could break my collarbone. Like that's brutal.
You could bruise your coccyx.
Because then you're smiling and now you're crying and everybody's. I didn't have the confidence.
Because you can't like whimper off. You got to just like walk it off.
Is when you get up and you're like, I'm fine.
Yeah,
exactly.
That was a good time.
Exactly.
Dude, when you got to act like you're not.
Ego
what about when you act like you're
bruised.
not even hurt? You're just like.
Right.
Inside, you got internal bleeding. You broke a rib. You're probably gonna die. Like
you probably are.
like
Yeah, you limp it. Yeah,
but don't let them know.
Limp until you get out.
Don't let them know.
We never break. Hey, because these colors don't run.
I've been, but I don't.
This is America.
So
that's right.
The cool park, we're there, and like so we stayed there. We got a hotel in there, so we were like in there.
Oh, that's dope.
But everything to eat there is like beyond expensive. So we're like, dude, this sucks. And then you can't call pizza from outside in because they have a pizza place.
Yep.
So it's kind of like,
that sucks.
Yeah. I was like, man, that is.
They trap you.
I would put that junk in my shirt and I'll order a pizza, go outside, just like
For sure.
because their pizza's like $40, man. That's like 4 pizzas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's ridiculous.
And so we're like, dude, let's go to Golden Corral. I'm like, all right, that's cool. Like
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go. Everybody loads up. We get there, and it's a bunch. And it's like, when you're double fisting your food, like it's real. And you do though at a buffet though. You waste so much food. You get a ton, and you eat some, and then you're like, oh, that looks good. We go get that, and you just go, and you end up with piles of plates and tons of food that you probably should have ate or shouldn't have eaten. But so,
do you find yourself at Golden Corrals putting combinations on your plate that you normally wouldn't?
Oh yeah,
because you want to get as much variety on one plate.
There
as
is no such thing as like a type of food there.
Yeah.
I got crab and a hamburger with some meatloaf.
Like baked
potatoes
fish and pizza
with
on the same
spaghetti
plate,
on top. You know what I mean? Like it's what are those spaghetti fries? It's new. It's new.
He can't even section it off. Like he just wherever you
Italian.
can slam it down. I'm sorry. All right, continue with
No,
your
it's
story,
true,
sir.
it's
I
true.
just had to throw that out there.
I had
It's
some,
just
that
real.
is true.
and then
That's real.
like Golden Corral's dessert menu is fantastic. Like they got cakes and
phenomenal.
ice cream, and it's like
Fondue,
man,
the
like,
chocolate fountain,
When they say golden, they're like for sure.
top tier.
The
Lightest
quality of
touch.
that steak though is rubber. Like, dude, like, like it is tough. When the knife is just like, and you're like, hey, hold the other end, You're like,
Nope. The knife's like, F it, I give up.
Dude,
And
I
here's
give
the
up.
thing: it's not even a full knife. It's literally it's the sharpened butter knife. That's all it is. It's not even a full knife.
put some teeth on it.
Yeah,
You know, it's like,
serrated butter
let me
knife.
tell you something right now. You can't put dentures on a knife and call it sharp. That's all I'm saying.
You can't. You can't.
That's all I did.
can't
So, anyways, we eat
It's
all the
fraudulent.
food. We have a good time. We get there. We go back to the hotel. We're just chilling out. I'm like, cool. And the water park closes at like 8, so you can't go back in there. And the arcade's down there. You hear that music? It's my clock. I apologize.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the Seiko.
I'm about.
That's
To,
the
it's a
Seiko.
scary movie. I'm about to get murdered by some little girl
I saw Pat's face. Pat was like, "Oh,
in like a pleated dress. No,
it's me."
so we get
To be
back.
honest,
So
I
like,
thought that you were playing music to add dramatization
Effect to
or
it,
drama
yeah.
to your
Definitely.
story, and I was about to say, Joel is getting in on this.
definitely not this.
Feeling it. I'm feeling it. I was just like, of all music,
What should I put as backup music? I don't know. Maybe like a clock theme or
you're like a clock chime.
something that sounds like it's coming out of an AM radio.
That's it. That's
So,
it.
anyways, we get back and like Mike said, her brother's there, her brother's girlfriend's there, her mom's there. Everybody in the family is there. So we get back. I go in the row, and I'm like, man, and like everybody wants to go, just go hang out. And I'm like, all right, cool. So my stomach just starts rumbling, like. Mike, it's Christmas, right?
This is not where I thought this story
like,
was going.
It is Christmas, okay? And when I tell you, like, movie scenes, my life literally went from, like, I love today, this is great, to, like, Dumb and Dumber. Like, like, I mean, dude, it was, I swear to God, on my life. And I'm sorry for saying that, but when I tell you, it was like, and it wasn't like, I'm not trying to be gross, but it wasn't like diarrhea or poo. It was just gas. And so but I'm
that's
too
the
scared
worst.
to be sitting on the bed. I'm like, no,
That's like dry heaving when you feel like you got to
for
throw
sure.
up.
I'm dry heaving. So I'm in there, and it's like when I tell you, Patrick, and Nick,
butt heaving.
when I tell you it's nonstop for like 20,
you called me.
20 minutes, bro. It is like unbelievable. And I'm like, there was a certain point, Patrick, that because it wasn't stopping, that I just like started laughing out loud. Like, like this is like movie stuff. Like, because I had both hands on the toilet. Like I was like, this is terrible. Like it was the worst. And it was just killing me, dude. And like, so I'm in there, I'm like, oh, and it's like, dude, it was like when I tell you, you know how you feel like you do something like surreal, like it's like like a superpower. Like it was like this could not be real. Like there was no earthly way that a person could just like my body had to be like recycling gas, just making it and making it and making it and making it and making it because I just know I could store that much, Nick. Oh, like so
I'm sweating.
So then, like this is all happening. I'm like, God, and I just don't know when it's going to end. You know, finally it comes to a halt. You know, like, and I've been laughing my butt off in there, like I'm just like mindless, like, because all I can do is picture me like this is a movie. Like, what? Who's watching this right now? Somebody is enjoying this. So
I
then,
just want you to know.
My face hurts. Yeah, no.
so then, look, I opened the door just
God.
to hear Pam to tell her something. Her brother and her girlfriend are right there, sleeping. I mean, when I tell you, right next to the toilet bed, they're in the bed right next to the bathroom. So now I'm like, I can't leave. Like, here I am having a good old time, just laughing in the bathroom, and they're just listening to me like I'm some crazy, like what? He told me
I
like,
can't get over that you farted so much that you wanted just to die.
I had to laugh. I just was
Just
like,
take me.
no.
Just take me.
I lost my soul. But they were out there, and they're like, so she had like, and the next day, and it happened about two or three other times that same night. No joke. It was an event.
Freaking Golden Corral,
dude,
man.
What do they put? They just like pump them with like, put all the gas in there.
Baby.
Like it was something. But nobody else. Nobody. Not one other person.
Did you eat something that no one else ate?
I don't think so. I didn't eat any fish. I didn't eat anything crazy. I didn't even have steak. Like that, I wasn't eating that shoe.
That's got to be the worst situation ever when you're in a room like
it was not. It was not supposed to be anybody.
Members.
It was just me, my wife, and my kids were supposed to be in that room. Well, my kids were in the other room sleeping, so they were in there sleeping. And she had woken up and said, like, she thought it was him. She's like, Matthew, that's nasty as hell. And and he's like, that's not me.
And you're in the bathroom?
Yeah, I'm in the bathroom. And he's like, that's not me. That's not me. Like it was me. She thought it was him in the bed just ripping one. But bro, and let me explain this too. Let me explain my sheer hate for the person who designed the toilet. They are not designed to muffle. They are 100% designed to project. They are circular bowls made of porcelain. So not only is it just happening, it's like, whoa, whoa. Like it is coming.
It's basically a horn.
It's a horn.
That's all it is. It's a projection. It's a speaker. It's a butt
playing
speaker.
the worst song on the planet is what I was doing. But
it takes something that should essentially be soft.
Yeah.
And it makes it much louder.
That
than
was
it really
easily.
needs to be.
I'm 39 years old, and if you're wondering, there you go. I'm 39 years old, and for the first time in my entire life, I could not control my farts. Like
that's got to be wild.
It was just, I mean, I couldn't get up.
What if you called the ambulance?
But I think there's a general.
I've been farting for like an hour. And I can't stop.
I can't stop. It's been about 2 hours. Please, sir.
Sir, did you take any medications? I took
I can't even. I think there's just a general feel of a shart anyway. I think we're naturally susceptible to fear that my fart's going to become something else. And so in those moments,
something else, man.
You can't risk it. You can't risk it. You just got to stay there.
You know what?
I can't as much as I fart. I can't believe that I haven't
had one of those moments. She's like, let me tell you this. That I can't go there.
I don't know that I've ever had it uncontrollable.
This was like, mad respect. If they're listening, they didn't say a word to me. And nobody knew about it except for me and my wife and them. And
they knew.
Oh, yeah,
they knew.
But it never got.
They called Pam. They called Pam, brother. Trust me.
Y'all can't stay at our house.
If they didn't, bro, they talked about you. It was like
we only got one bathroom. That's
I don't know where the hell you found this guy, Pam.
I cannot believe.
No, it was just
Pam brought him.
Is
that the first time you'd ever met him?
No, it was the first time I'd ever done that in the bathroom with him, and that happened. So that's my story for my Christmas surprise.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing.
And I know, let me just say this. I don't
like
Joel's corner is amazing.
I don't like fart jokes.
The fact that Joel went through, we went through so many avenues to get to this destination of that story. Because I thought you did something at the water park.
Left field, baby. That's where you come.
We started in the water park.
The water park was just the second chapter of that story.
We went to Golden Corral. We had delicious treats.
Let me say
and then we ended up with Joel's Toxic Avenger.
100%. Like, I'm not the guy who makes fart. Like, I don't like fart jokes. I'm not 12.
No.
But that is 100%
truth.
Where's I got a
most ridiculous.
Right. Look at this.
He said, hand to heart. Put it on the word.
100%.
Lay it there.
That story.
Truth, the whole truth, nothing but truth.
Nothing but the truth.
So help you, Lord.
That's
hilarious.
I mean that. Like it was.
That's hilarious, dude. And I feel like that's a universal setup. It's like
just real life.
You go to somebody's house, right, with no intention of blowing up the bathroom.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And it's just like it's gonna happen. Your body, it's like your body's like, someone else's house. Let's do this, So
yeah,
I'm telling you,
I feel like any time that you're in a situation that you don't want to happen,
things to happen. That's everything, bro. That's everything.
Yes, that's
many times.
Everything,
dude.
Like what is going on here?
It's true.
Like I don't eat anything before I fly because I know one of my worst fears is having to just mad diarrhea in like mid-flight of like a 5-hour flight to LA.
Oh, that's be the worst. Oh man, have to get up every 5 minutes on a
I don't
flight.
think I've ever
Dude,
thought about that.
Just
blow
think
up the
about
bathroom.
just think about
And
you
you gotta
sit
remember-
down and just unleash.
You got to remember, airplane bathrooms don't have water in them, so anything you drop in there is just pure, unadulterated, concentrated, 100% you. Right? It doesn't get sloshed
All right.
or filtered. Right?
That's.
Yeah.
I think we've got our poop talk
I
for
don't
the
even
year.
Yeah,
We're good. We're good.
but
man.
that was so
gets
great
us going.
story.
My plan is to have a story every week because I got a bunch.
You got a lot
And
of.
Yeah.
I figure I can just use them.
chill.
But that was. I mean, if you guys ever have
we'll
one
call
to
it
drop, you drop
story
them.
time with Joel.
Yeah, and then
Joel's
sometimes
Corner.
if you guys want a piece and you got something to say, you got
Hey,
some
we'll
good.
get
You guys
some.
got some
We'll
good
definitely
stories
get
too. We got some funny stories,
Yeah.
so
We do.
that's funny.
We got- yeah.
Comment. Oh man, we could
Nick-
talk about.
But yeah,
We could talk about Denver for forever. First of all, and the shenanigans at the old Blue. Was it the Blue Oyster? Is that what it was?
Never
Or,
go somewhere called
Yes.
the Blue Oyster ever. again.
something.
Never go to Blue Oyster in Denver. Yeah.
We
What
saw
were you saying,
Ava-
sir?
We saw Avatar, Pat.
Yes, we did.
Did you?
In 3D.
I've heard mixed reviews. I probably won't go see it in the theater unless it is highly recommended.
Crazy.
If you're gonna see it, I recommend seeing
Crazy for
it
saying that.
in real 3D because
I
it's
was about to say, did you do the 3D
fantastic, bro.
full audio?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Setup.
It's beautiful. It's wonderful.
Only
It
way
looks,
to watch it.
and,
And it
they've
was-
improved
and it was-
it.
And it was perfect, Pat, because there weren't that many people in the movie theater. I think maybe there were
Oh, see, that's the
two
best.
other
There were
couples.
6,
'cause,
yep.
we were a
Hell.
couple, and there were two other couples, and there was another. So we
Tell-
were in
hey,
there
wait,
loud.
tell me.
We
Let
were
me tell you something,
cheering.
Pat. Let me tell you something. We shared a drink.
We did.
We shared snacks.
But some raisinets.
Hey,
man.
Nick took me on a
Yeah.
date, bro. No doubt. I look good
A
too.
whole
though.
day, bro.
I said,
well, here's the thing. So,
I love
but
it.
here's the thing. We go,
Oh,
and I guess,
my
man,
God.
I haven't been to the movie theater forever. So, first of all, I was bamboozled by the price of the tickets, man, because
Bro.
we were going to see
Yeah.
what was it,
Like
Epic
$20
or-
a piece.
So we're gonna see
No, it was
IMAX.
more than that.
IMAX is $25.
Yeah, we're going to see IMAX 3D. Bro,
Per person.
$25 a piece.
And the IMAX at that place
Jesus.
isn't worth it. The IMAX in Charlotte, totally.
No, absolutely,
But-
absolutely.
yeah.
So I was like, I got it, and I was gonna flesh it out, but Joe was like, no way, man, there's no way I can make, So I was like, yeah. So we did find the the IMAX 3D, and those are like $20 a piece.
The 3D,
You know what I
the
mean?
real
So-
3D. Yeah, real 3D was 20,
Yeah, the real
19,
3D, it's like
1986 or something like that.
19 and some change, and so we
That's
get over there, and
insane.
Joe was like, bro, let's just get one large drink and some candy. I was like, cool, and that was the date. It was just me and him. side by side, passing the drink.
what?
COVID, what is that? You know what I'm saying? COVID,
I love
schmovid.
it.
That's what
So
we
it's highly
said.
recommended.
Oh, dude, let me tell
Dude,
you,
I
it
see
was.
it.
There were parts of the
Here's
movie.
the thing.
Hold on, there were parts of that movie.
Go ahead, go
Nick,
ahead.
That were so, like, it's like when you ever been you have an
Entrancing.
Oculus, right? You use the Oculus.
Yeah.
Okay, so imagine
Entrancing.
like that's how you're watching it, bro. It's so immersive sometimes that it's like, dude, this is crazy. It's so beautiful.
The
on
water
everywhere.
scenes alone, dude.
Oh, dude.
The water scenes alone.
Yeah, when you
were
transfer to the
phenomenal,
water, it's and the storyline's
Oh my
great.
God.
It was to me, it was as good as the first one, hands down.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And the cool thing is they used the first one to enhance the movie. So they didn't necessarily bank off the first storyline. There's some tie-ins, but it's a whole nother story. You know what I mean? That
Interesting.
continues.
It's cool. It's really
but,
cool.
it was just well done.
I'm not a fan of theaters.
Yeah, dude.
Well,
But
nowadays,
like, I feel like if I go,
now if you go during the week,
What-
nobody's there.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
what
that's
time of
the
the day
time to
did
go.
y'all
Like
go?
on
To
Wednesday.
8
Wednesday?
o'clock.
8 o'clock
On Wednesday?
dude.
Yep, 8 o'clock, and there was
Wednesday?
6 people there.
6 people there.
Yeah, that's gonna be the ticket.
But it was worth it. It was
That's-
awesome, man. I
it's
really
time to
liked
go.
it.
It's the
I
best time
think
to do it.
I've been liking some of the. There's been some good movies coming out. I'm really excited about Ant-Man. Into the
Ant-Man
Quantum
was
Realm.
good.
Yeah.
That was really good. Dungeons and Dragons
Fire.
is dropping. That
Dude,
looks
no
fire.
doubt.
Chris Pine. That looks really good.
You know what that's gonna do, Nick?
Spider-Man, the new Miles Morales into the Spider-Verse.
That looks cool.
You know what? You know what we
super
need to
dope.
do? We need to start something on the Tuesday channel where we go see a new movie
Yeah, I'm down. I like that.
together,
I like that.
and then
Review it.
leave like our reviews of it.
Yeah, I agree.
Like we'll shoot like a vlog when we go do it, and
Works for
then
me.
we'll leave
Let's
like
do
we'll
it.
like film reviews for it.
Yeah, I agree.
And
I
we can
like
do other
that.
stuff too. Sky's the limit with this podcast, man. I think it's a good time to get out of our proverbial rooms and get out there in the world and just do stuff. So I'm down for whatever.
Definitely.
And anybody watching, if you have any suggestions, let us know. Right? Is there a new spot? Is there a new cool hangout place? Is there something happening that we need to be a part of? Let us know. All right? Let us know. We want to do it for you.
Oh,
Definitely.
Nostril flare
Go ahead,
check.
Joe.
Nostril flare check.
I win.
Let me tell you what. I could put 5 quarters
I
in
always
there.
win.
5 quarters. 5 quarters on this side and 5 quarters on this side.
Yeah, right.
I swear.
Try
They,
$5 in
with,
these
like,
strolls.
turn sideways?
Yeah, like long ways. Like, I don't know when I was in high school and I was just like,
Shoving them in there.
there's a whole dollar in me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $1.25.
Can you some change?
$1.20. Yeah. 250.
Hey, you ever know people like, why do old men blow their nose like a horn? Like,
I mean,
don't know.
I think that they know that's the most efficient way to do
dude,
it.
my
it's showing off,
dad,
personally.
bro, my dad.
I think it's showing
like,
off.
It's a whistle. Like that thing is like, if he's downstairs, if he's outside, I know it. Like, it's deep. Like he's blowing his head. That sounds terrible.
Do you feel like as men get older, they get more over exaggerated and stuff?
Maybe.
Probably.
Like when you pee, you're all, oh yeah. Instead of just your normal. Now it's your once you get 40, you're like, oh.
Yeah, you got to put your hand on the wall.
That's.
I love like at a stadium or like a public bathroom when you're using a urinal and some old guy comes in there and pops his hand up on the wall.
Oh yeah, never
Just
me,
like,
never me.
Or they come in and say something corny like, "How's it hanging?"
I'll tell you what I can't do. I get like gun shy when I go there to go like to pee and someone's
when
like
you're
right
shoulder to
next to me. I like shoulder. I feel like they're. I mean, not that I care, but I stand proud. But I feel like I feel like sometimes
That's
I'm like,
me. I roll the shoulders in and just
You're in my space.
dang,
You're in my
you guys,
bubble.
you guys.
I lock in. Go.
You're in my
I
bubble.
lock in. Go.
I'm like,
Finish up.
this is me. I'm like, hey, what's that? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, I don't mind if you look, but I just don't want to be shoulder to shoulder with you. I don't want to touch skin. I don't want to go skin to skin with you.
What's the movie?
Yeah. Just me.
Shoulders in.
Shoulders
Shoulders
in.
in.
And full
That's so
throttle.
uncomfortable. It's just pee shoulder to shoulder, baby. What's up?
Well,
And
my
you
fear
either
is
gotta-
my
you
fear is I
stare
get
down
bumped
or you
while
stare
I'm
at the
peeing,
wall.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, I stare at the
That's
wall.
my fear.
I look up at nothing.
Yes.
Locked in right
I
here.
just stare at the
just
wall.
like this. Just like this. Hey.
Or like if you're at a venue, they usually have like signage. I just start reading the signage.
Oh, dude.
Over and over again. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love
Like
me
when
some
you're
signs.
when you're in the car with somebody super uncomfortably, and you're like, oh, exit 47.
Look at that. There's a McDonald's over there.
Oh, St. Johnson's
Is there
Street. Next
anything?
exit.
We'll end on this. Is
State
there
Park.
anything? Is there anything more? I mean, there is things that are more uncomfortable, but like as uncomfortable as like being in a car with somebody that you don't like, an Uber driver or somebody you don't want to talk to.
Oh, man. I don't know if I should say, but I've got one person in mind that you both know.
Oh,
I'll give you 2 guesses.
Give me some
We share
hints
last name.
first. Just kidding.
We share a last name.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
exactly what I was
no
thinking.
way.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I know.
All love, but hey,
One
if
time-
you like Seal,
Let me tell you this. One time
Yeah,
I
if
rode
you
with
like
him.
Seal.
I rode with
Listen,
him,
I went with.
and they stole my scooter.
his playlist.
Came back home.
They stole your what?
My scooter was stolen. I shouldn't have went with him. I should have just took
Yeah.
my own scooter. To
Yeah.
this day, I blame him. Sorry.
Tell you. Because that and his playlist alone.
Oh man,
Dude, yeah, it's playlist. I went to
Love him, though. Love you. But
yes, I went to Philadelphia, then to Norfolk, and then Charlotte with him. Me, him, and Cedric Alexander
dang! You and
In
just
his-
a couple, just 3 wrestlers
in
in the
his
car.
Mazda 3.
The
Just 3
American,
wrestlers.
the American soldier.
The
The
SAR.
American Soldier. 2 matches in. 2 matches in.
Hold on. Let me give you a face.
I accept, sir.
Accept your
I just couldn't do
I
that. I
accept your
couldn't. I couldn't do that military stuff. Like,
The last match I went to was his farewell one.
oh, I saw that.
Was that his first match? Me and Matt beat the living piss out of him.
That was when Rashad was still wrestling too. And when he was about to ship off, so they actually did a farewell for him. He came in the middle of the ring.
I do remember
I
that.
just want to say thanks to everyone. I
He's all-
just want to say thanks to everybody.
He's all, hey Patrick, can I talk to you for a minute, Pat?
This opportunity.
Hey Pat, can I talk to you guys for a second? Listen, I'm going away. I was thinking maybe you guys could throw a show for me or honor me.
I don't think I
know.
did it. I think somebody else did.
He's all asking you guys, hey, can you honor me? Like, Give me some respect, you know, like
Maybe
I'll never forget
one of your wrestlers.
His first match with me and Matt. I took his shirt off of him and back chopped him as hard as I could. He turned around and looked at me like, "What was that?"
I was borderline mad at y'all. I was borderline mad at y'all because that was brutal. Y'all beat the holy hell out of him, and I had to sit there and watch it.
That's what you're. Yeah, that
And
was
I just
back
kept
in the
thinking,
day.
I know
That
y'all
was
breaking
how
him
you
in. I know y'all
initiate
breaking him
somebody.
in, but holy piss.
But we were
thing.
safe. We were safe.
That's true.
Safe-ish.
What are we at? How long are we at, Nick?
I love it.
Looks
like
like we're
we're
105.
Oh, that's good. I think that's a good point.
Love him though. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. All respect, man.
So yeah, I guess that's a wrap for the second of the dead.
easy.
Oh, why didn't you break out story time, Joel?
Scary story. Jeez.
Because I forgot I had it.
Are you afraid of the dark, Joel?
Sometimes.
Or do you get goosebumps?
Oh, whoa! End on that. Hold on, end on that. Hey, those are Pat's.
Well,
Listen, Nick, those are two of
that's-
Pat's best jokes.
it took me an hour and 6 minutes to come up with that shit.
Yeah, it's like, you afraid of the dark?
But yeah,
Or do you got goosebumps?
bum bum bum. R.L. Stein.
If you were there, Nick, he'd be looking at you like. So you heard it?
All right, guys. I appreciate everybody that listened and watched, hanging out with us for another episode of the podcast. While Joe and Nick try to make me laugh my ass off. If I haven't cried already from laughing, but yeah. So what you can do to help out is tell a friend, tell a foe, tell a coworker about the podcast if you enjoy it. You can find it on Spotify. You can find it on iTunes. You can find it on all major podcast platforms, audio. You can find it on YouTube. And you can go check out our challenge videos and a lot more on CHWSDY.com. It's CHWSDY, just like the podcast. Mm-hmm. And if we get to a certain point, I'll release T-shirts with all of our cartoon faces on it.
I was just talking about that today. Oh my God, twins!
That was good. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, 20. Look at that.
Yeah. If you like the cartoon faces, shout out Mark DeGrucci.
Those are cool.
He's the one that
I
did
like
all
them.
that
Yeah, I
artwork.
like them a lot.
It's great.
They look really good.
Can I say one last thing?
Very well.
Yeah. You close it out, Joel.
Listen to me. If anybody else out there has had a moment like that, my Christmas story, please let me know. Because I feel alone. Yes. I don't know. I've never heard of that. You know, I need to know. Yeah. But thank you guys for coming. Had a good time. Nick,
see you next week.
Nick goes.
Nick's stepping back away from that fart
soldier.
Because he can smell it.
I could smell it. That was my Cosby laugh.